Kristen was laughing as you were saying that because
Oh,
we actually went to India. We Kristen and I have traveled to India a couple of times, and uh, yeah, the first time I went to India, I had the same problem with their accent. I found it kind of difficult to a little bit difficult to understand. So here's the thing about accents. This is not just about Indian accents. It's true for any accent that's different than the one you know.
mm-hmm.
So for
Yeah.
example, if you're familiar with American accent, that's what you're listening to a lot of.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
you went
Yes.
to Scotland or
Uh-huh.
India in this case,
Yeah.
or possibly even other parts of the United States, you,
Yeah.
you hear some accents. And so the good news is it's actually quite easy to get used to it. You just need some exposure. You need more exposure. So I would recommend getting some Indian movies, like Bollywood movies and things like that,
Okay.
and just start watching them, and you'll start getting
Uh-huh.
used to their English and their the phrases they use and the accents they have and all that.
Yeah.
That would be my advice. Do you guys, either one of you guys want to say? Okay, Joe, I'm gonna actually put you on video if that's okay. All right, 1 second. Okay, everybody, just 1 second. Working with the technology here. I'm gonna see if I can get Joe on video. Okay, Joe, I'm gonna make you the presenter. His name is Ryuchi.
Show my screen.
Ryuchi. Okay, go ahead, Joe.
Can you see me?
I can see your computer. Click the thing that says webcam.
Where is it? Oh,
Share my webcam.
oh, share webcam. Here we
There
go.
we go.
Yo, hi, hi, Jim. Nice to meet you. I forgot I
Okay,
saw
here we
you. I saw you from video many times. The first time I saw you a real person.
From the VIP and the ACC videos, right?
Yes, yes, ACC video.
Well, I'm glad that you get to see me in this webinar also.
Yeah.
I hope it's not too dark. It looks a little dark on my screen.
It's
But
okay.
I think one of the important things is to understand is you already made it through the difficult part. Learning to understand English is more difficult than learning to understand the accents. So
Yeah.
I know that when Kristen and I have traveled at times to other English-speaking countries in other parts of the world, sometimes it's difficult for us as native speakers to understand these people.
Yeah.
For example, when we were in West Africa traveling, we had a very difficult time trying to understand people who were speaking English because of their accents. And this was English that they spoke every day. People who speak English in Nigeria, we have a very difficult time understanding. But you've already made it through the most difficult part, which is learning the English. Because at this point, now all you need to do is become accustomed to how they're speaking. And I think what AJ said is a really good idea. Really, you want to have input from from people who are Indian, who are from India, I mean to say. And movies are a great way to do that. I was also going to say if an audio book is sometimes a good way too, but you have to make sure you find an audio book where the people are actually from India, who are actually speaking.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, but I want to wish you good luck, and I think that you are on the right track, as we say. You're doing a good job in learning to understand English. The only step you have next is to understand another accent, and that will come over time.
Thank you. What? May I say one thing?
You're done.
Okay.
All right, so now
AJ's coming onto my computer. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
put no, you're gonna come next. I gotta figure out how to do this.
Okay.
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 All right. Kristen Dodds. Okay. Click. Okay.
We're learning the software here at the same time of doing the webinar, so you guys have to excuse us. Each of the three of us is first using this software.
Yeah.
AJ's playing with Kristen's computer right now,
Okay.
trying to see if we can figure out how to get her face to show on the screen next. So,
Okay. Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you. Yes.
I have just one question. When I listen to ACC License X, I
Yeah.
always get a conversation
Yes.
with audio. So if you can, how about next time you just make a video? Just take your 3 person just talking, and because if I saw the video, I can see your face. I can
Right.
more easy to understand. Only audio sometimes I just confused.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
video is
Yeah.
better. So if you can, next time, just take some little video. I can saw your face. I think it's really better for me.
Yeah. Yes, I saw.
Okay, well, we'll try and, we'll take that into consideration. We have actually tried to do that before, but it was a little difficult for us trying to get all of us on camera, because sometimes we have a very limited setup, and sometimes we're having these conversations and we're not in the same place. And we tried to do video conferencing and record it with Skype, but the quality was very bad. So I think maybe we just need to find a new method for doing it. But I do like your idea, and I thank you for presenting it.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Hi,
Ruchi.
Kristen.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say I liked AJ's suggestion for you to get some Indian movies.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen any before, but they're quite entertaining.
Thank you so much.
So you might actually enjoy them.
Yeah, I'm going to find something. Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for your suggestion for us to film each other when we're doing our conversations.
Yeah, I hope future I can have that lesson set.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Mute myself. You want to be muted, Kristen? Okay, you're done. All right. Boy, this new system is complicated. Running around trying to figure everything out. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're getting it to work. Let's go down and see who's next. I'm just gonna go down the list and then I'll go back up to the top again. So it was Ryuichi. Looks like we have Assad. Hassan will be the next person. Assad, hello.
Hi.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, a little bit rough
Yeah.
connection, but it's okay.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you to accept the VIP program.
Oh, try to turn down your microphone a little bit. It's we're having a hard time to hear.
Okay, just a minute, please. It's okay? No?
It's a little better. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you to accept me in the VIP program. Actually, nowadays I live in US, in Amherst. I'm a PhD student in US.
Yeah, have a hard time. The audio's not working very well.
Just a moment.
I'm going to turn this off. Maybe this will help. I didn't understand the country.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. It's not quite clear, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, I am a PhD student in UMass, University of Massachusetts Amherst.
I've been there before. It's a
Okay.
very beautiful campus.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So, actually, I have 9 months to study English because I'm not a native speaker. I'm from Iraq. Okay. So, because this is my first month in the program, actually, I don't have time to study all sets of your lessons in one day. For example, in one set you have video lessons, ministry, point of view, carpentry, right?
Yes.
So, could you help me or suggest or recommend something? How can I start to study the lessons? Is it okay if I study one lesson per day?
You mean like just one day, just do the mini story, for example?
Okay, yeah, yes.
Or do you mean like do all of them in? So usually what people do is they do all of them in one set. You know, they'll do the main, the mini story, the point of view, the commentary, coaching. They'll do all of those in one day, and then the next day they do the same ones again. And the next day the same ones again. So they're repeating, 4 or 5 different types, but they're all connected to each other.
Okay.
That's the normal way. I mean, you don't have to do it that way. It's flexible, but that's what usually people do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will try because I will try to do that. Okay. So another question, please, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
More lessons. The text lesson. Can we determine these lessons as academic writing?
Oh, can we look on these lessons as academic writing? For academic writing.
Yes.
I see. Writing? No. If you want to improve academic writing, you're going to have to do more.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to, for writing, basically you want to read. And for academic writing, I would suggest reading, you know, newspapers, magazines
Mm-hmm.
on different topics.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what you want to write about. I don't know. If you're studying science, then read popular science magazines.
Okay.
If you're studying
Okay.
politics, then read, popular
Okay.
political magazines or that kind of thing. So lots and
Okay.
lots and lots and lots of reading will
Uh-huh.
help with that.
Mm-hmm. So it's just focus for conversation.
Yes, that's right. Our lessons are focused on verbal communication.
Verbal communication.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so
Mm-hmm.
for writing,
Yeah.
you want to do extra reading in addition to that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's about the lessons month by month? Is it the same level or the same ones, or by month? We will see the different lessons and different ways.
So month by month, different. The levels, I wouldn't say the VIP and ACC lessons are, it's really more focused on topics as opposed to a level. So we assume you're already at a kind of a high intermediate level or above. Uh, and you sound like certainly you are. So the main thing is getting that repetition. Those same lessons in the set, the 4 or 5 each day for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and that's where you really start. It's really going to start helping your speaking. It'll take a few months, but you'll start to
Mm-hmm.
notice that your speaking will get easier and the phrases will start coming out more easily.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I hope that
Okay.
helps.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you again.
Yes, nice meeting you too. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, get back on my camera here. All right, so a little rough on the connection, but very good questions. Let's go to our next person, Sofat Bun, I guess. Bun. Sofat Bun. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Hello. Oh, you're still muted. I think you might need yourself muted. So, Sofat, you need to unmute yourself. If you look on there, there should be a little microphone symbol. You need to click on that. So, Sofat. Oh, there you go. Hello.
Hello, yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm good to see you.
Good seeing you. Well, I can't see you, but good to hear you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing well. We're all doing well.
Hi,
How
how are you?
Angel, how are you doing?
Nice to see you. Or
I'm sorry.
hear you.
I'm good to see you. Thank you so much for having me, Yeah, hello, Christine.
Hello.
Yeah. And yeah, first of all, I want to introduce myself. I just finished a called Power English lesson. Yeah, maybe 1 year ago. And this day I'm learning real English conversation from Christine and Joe and it's book also. And I just joined to be a VIP member just 1 week ago. Yes, I'm really happy for this. Means I really enjoy the lesson so much. And I'm really appreciate you so much that you helping me for learn English more faster and speak English effortlessly. It's brilliant. It's amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Where
Yeah.
are you at? Which country?
I am come from Cambodia, but right now I living in South Korea.
Oh, you live in Korea, but you're from Cambodia. Ah.
Yeah, from Cambodia, but I live in Korea right now. Yeah, almost for 2 years I live in Korea. Yeah,
In Seoul?
yeah. I maybe took 1 hour from Seoul. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, and yeah, I'm really. That means I want to say that I'm really happy that I can meet you. This is long time ago that I learned English called OurEnglishClub.com.
Yeah.
But I never talking with you like this. I'm really happy. I'm really just so happy that I had to talking with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fantastic. Yes.
And yeah, about the topic that you're talking about, no worry lesson, that just mean I'm really interesting about this topic, because this lesson is push and build my confidence, build my emotion for do something else.
Mm.
For example, you explained that sometimes that most of people they always worry something about the future. But yes, that's okay. The worry, the future, we don't care so much. That means we just care for today, for 24 hours. That we just focus on today, what we're going to do for today, for
Mm.
24 hours, or we focus too much on today. For example, like if we focus on the future so much, we feel that means cut our energy, cut our emotion. This means our emotion down. We don't have a feeling for do something else. That's why we focus on today and another ideas you're talking about uh, uh, easy. This means busy for work every day. That means if you busy for every every single day, that means we don't focus too much about it or
Mm.
whatever that's not important if you busy so much. And yeah, I'm totally agree your idea. Yeah, that's why I spend for 1 hour. That means 2 hours, 3 hours every single day for listening again and again. That means I'm learning deeply. Yeah, I'm really happy about the lesson so much. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! That's great. That's great news. Thank you so much. It's great to hear. It's great to hear your story. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I about VIP member. I always have Skype conference from like every Saturday. I this mean I'm helping another person and our members like from China, from Indonesia, from Thailand. Yeah, we that means we helping each other for practicing English on Skype every Saturday,
Ah,
and
great.
yeah, we change topic every week, and sometimes talking about another topic like how to learn English more faster, and after that we see idea each other,
Mm.
and we learn together. Yeah, what I mean.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. There are a lot of little Skype groups in our VIP and ACC communities. I think that is fantastic that you're
Yeah,
helping each
yeah,
other. It's really great.
that's good. Yeah, because that means this method, this common way for learn English, especially for practice, that means practice skills. I believe that most of members they just listening and repeat meaningful listen or answer the meaningful listen, but they pretty much difficult for looking to another member, another person, another partner for practice. That's why I always spend my time that means looking to another member who wanna practice English with me, and that means we learning together. We encourage each other how to learn English more faster. Yeah, when we practice a lot, we learn English more faster. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a fantastic thing to do. I know a lot of members are doing that, and I encourage all members to get on our social sites and just connect with other members and like you did, you have a little group and you can schedule a time and just chat about a topic or anything. It's really great.
Yeah. Okay, but I have you one question. You know that right now I try to use my MacBook. This means my computer, like go to meeting, but I don't know how to use it. It's difficult for me.
Just go
But
to
that's
webinar.
why yeah, that's why I use my smartphone for talking with you like this. But I
Mm.
try to use my computer for talking with you, but it's not easy for me. First time I download an app that when I try to register like uh, email and my first name and last name and app, I cannot use easy. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated, this system. I'm not sure. We may go back to our old system for a while because there's a few problems with this one. It's also really expensive, this system, and it's more complicated. So we may go back to our old one, which is just audio. It's nice to see my face, I guess, but Kristen's laughing. But generally,
Yeah,
I think that the other system was a little more simple. So yeah, maybe we'll go back to it.
yeah, and last time that before uh, you go. I wanna say that I'm really appreciate you guys so much that like Christine, Joe, and you that you helping for people around the world for learning English more faster. You know that means like me, like most of people around the world, they just learn old fashioned. That means old traditional method for learning English. Try to memorize vocabulary, try to learn grammar rule or something like that. But you have amazing method, amazing approach for like many story lessons, like repeat, like learn deeply. Yeah, that's why I can speak English automatically without thinking and effortlessly. You know, yeah.
Awesome. You sound like an advertisement. That's fantastic. No, it's great. We like hearing the success stories. That's why we're doing it. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much. It was good to talk to you, and I'm sure we'll talk again in future webinars.
Uh, and how many times for 1 month that you have a webinar or something like this?
So we do this kind once per month, one time per month, and then I'm also doing another kind, but people can't call in. It's only like a typing chat, and I'm doing that.
Yeah,
that
I wanna say that so difficult for me when I wanna talking with you by my computer. You know, that's why I try to use my smartphone. Or it's so difficult for me, but also okay. I try to talking with you. You know.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. You're doing it, so it worked out.
Okay.
So, good meeting you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm really good to see you also. Yes, you guys, and thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me. And yeah, okay.
And maybe we'll talk next month.
Okay, yeah, see ya.
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye bye. I can unmute you. So okay. So sorry, we keep talking
Still
about.
trying
Did you guys
figuring out the system.
Did you guys want to talk? Did you want to say something? Either of you?
Well, I was just gonna say, a couple of times I wanted to say something. I was trying to figure out how to unmute it. But it won't let me
you need to tell me because I need to put you back as a presenter.
If you unmute me, then I can just mute it and unmute it when I want to talk. I think, right?
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah. Let me try that. I can unmute you both, and then you guys mute or unmute.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go to our next person.
Because that's why I put the camera on. I was trying to say something.
Alexander. So why don't you guys? Do you guys want to talk?
No, go
You
ahead.
guys talk to Alexander. I've talked to Alexander many times.
So we can talk.
Okay, I'll speak to Alexander. Hi, it's Kristen. How are you?
Okay, wait. Okay, 1 second.
You're talking about the
I'm Kristen. I'm gonna make you the presenter.
That's why.
Actually, okay. Yeah. So Joe, you're muted.
Yes, so unmute me.
Sorry, guys.
Then I'll mute unless I want to talk.
Kristen, so just put your camera on and say something.
Hi, Alexander. How are you?
Okay, here we go. Alexander,
Fine. How are you?
I'm good. What country are you from?
I am from Russia.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you a
Let's-
VIP member?
Yeah, I am a
Yeah?
VIP member.
Okay.
Do you know I'm
Okay. Well, he could be ACC. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not ACC yet.
Okay. Did you have?
I want to.
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to bought your real English lesson maybe next week or so. So I listened your lessons recently about don't sweat on the small stuff. Is really your comments were really close to me about your perfectionism and
Oh.
and things like that. And do you know recently read a very good book about procrastination, and procrastination is caused by one cause is perfectionism, and I really think about it, think, and I conclude that I don't need be I don't need to be very perfect in any areas. Any people don't need to be very perfect in English and so on. I can be perfect in this present moment because present moment is very perfect. there is not imperfection in present moment, because every moment is movement from one perfection to other perfection. How do you think about it? Do you agree with me?
I do agree. And I think it's really interesting that the book you read talks about how people who are perfectionists procrastinate, because I can relate to that. I procrastinate a lot. So it makes sense.
I might, Christine, I might do a bit advertisement for you about this book, because this book is really helpful.
What's the name of the book?
It's a little bit long. The Now Habit, a strategic program for overcoming procrastination and enjoying guilt-free play. Something like that.
That is a long title.
I can put this title on the VIP site, and you can read this and search it on the internet. You like it. I really know you like it.
Okay.
This very beautiful book.
You can just look up the Now Habit. I can see it on Amazon.
Oh, Joe just found it on Amazon, actually.
Aha. Okay.
Fiore.
Gotcha. Oh. Guys, you're really, really perfect people for me.
To my fault, I think.
Well, I believe my wife is listening, so thanks for saying that.
Aha. Okay. I hope so. Okay. Do you know? It's about my progress in English. I'm very glad that I'm participating in this program, because I can communicate with other people, with you, with other members, and I'm very glad to my progress. I recently spoke with my friend, which I don't speak in English. We have some challenges. We sometimes, although we're Russians both, we sometimes talk in English, and he know my previous ability to speak English, and not present. We don't talk maybe 1 year or 2 years in English, but recently I advertised Effortless English to my friend, and I show what I attend, and he was just amazed.
Oh, that's great! Wow.
Yeah, I think your learn real English will be very helpful to him, because he really a smart man, and he can read English books and articles and technical books and so on. But recently he attended on the job interview in English, and he broke it. I don't know how to say it properly. He broke it, and I think, and I said him, you need to learn these lessons. This is true, and I'm not controlled him yet. I think, I want to control him, because ajhoge recently said that Power English will be raising price. So I want to give him discount, something like that. Okay, guys, I'm very glad to speak with you, and I'm smiling when I see your smiling face. Okay, and hear your energizing voices. And thank you, guys. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. We're smiling too after we hear what you were saying. You're making us smile also.
Okay, Kristen, you need to read book. You need to read this book. It's perfect book for any procrastinator. I suggest this book.
Thank you for the recommendation.
Always. Okay. This is your choice anyway. I don't force you.
Okay.
Maybe you're gonna start controlling Kristen now too.
No, Kristen is very smart person, I think. So he decides herself. Okay.
Thank you, Alexander.
Thanks.
Thanks, Alexander.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So do you want to make me the presenter now?
You want to be the presenter, Jeff?
No, go
Actually, it
ahead.
doesn't really
My
matter.
voice is a little.
Just mute yourself if you want.
I've been muting on muting.
Okay, good. So our next person, that was Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. Going down the list. So remember, let's keep going. Augustine Luna Herrera. Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
Augustine? Yes. How are you?
Hello. I am very well here in Mexico. It's midnight, and I went to sleep 2 hours before to attend the meeting.
Oh.
And it's good to practice my English in this way, because in my company I have every month a meeting, and in link or many people from Germany. I work in Bayer. Last two weeks ago I was in Germany in a workshop. In my company, it was very difficult for me to speak with people from Japan, Thailand, Germany, and this is the first time. The last time I was with you, but I couldn't speak because I was not invited to speak. No, but it's very good for me because I need to improve this way of learning English. And sometime next Friday, I'm going to have a meeting in a link. And I think sometimes I'm afraid because not understanding very well. I work in a spreadsheet, for a trainer, because I am a trainer in my company, and in my company I need to improve this way of English. And for many years I went to the school. But it's not easy to communicate because it's very difficult to speak with native speakers or other countries people speaking. You know? I can hear you.
Oh, here we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I actually did an event, a training with Bayer, your company, in Thailand, several years ago. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
So I understand you have, it's a international company. You have to speak to many different people in English, and speaking, like, you use a system like this, right? Sometimes.
Yes, I met one of the engineers that were in Thailandia. He was very happy at the end of the workshop, and he likes drink a lot, and inspired me too much. Staying in Europe, it was my first time I was in Europe, and it was difficult for me because of the weather. The weather is very cold, and the last day I was in airport in Bonn, I got sick. I got sick when I get back to Mexico for hours. But now I'm better here because here in Mexico is very sunshine. So I know that why many people from Europe likes to stay in Mexico, because this country is very warm. Now I love more and more my country.
Yeah.
And in 3 years I'm going to be retired, but I continue to learn in English because English is very, very good way to have a lot of knowledge, everything. For instance, you have a business trainers too. Maybe when I continue to see your videos, I'm going to enroll more in business English, or maybe in communication, like the video that you do with the other 3 guys. Yes, it's really good to see in order to learn about communication. Because I want to enroll again to the university study. I am a chemical engineer, but for 30 years I've been working in the science of chemistry, and now I am to change for communications and to enroll to meet many people in all around the world. It will be for me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Are you in DF? Are you in Mexico City?
In BF? What's BF?
Is it DF in Mexico City?
Yeah, it's DF. But I plan to, when I finish my work here in Mexico, I travel to other states, because there is where the place I found a forest or rivers, or a town living maybe in the north, or maybe in the south, maybe in the beach. because when one of my sons want to have his study as a chef, and I would like to put a restaurant in maybe in the northern Cancun, and having there a business there more quiet, and maybe my pension is more. I don't even worry about money because I'm going to have my pension in 3 years, and I hope to be better in my business for having a restaurant,
I
a
see.
small restaurant with my son.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
It was great talking to you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, and hopefully we will talk to you again next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Bye
See you.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right. I think I'll say hi to our next person, and then you guys can say hello too. I think. So let's see. Julia, hello. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Julia.
Oh, I can't
Hi,
hear
Julia.
you. Oh,
Oh.
here.
Oh.
Okay. It's okay. It was my headphone.
How are you?
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi, Julia.
Jay,
Hi,
Chris,
Julia.
and
How are
Joe.
you? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to hear your voice.
Again. It's great to hear and to see all of you. And thank you, Jay, for this month lesson. It was really great. It took over all my worries, even too much because I overslept this morning. my alarm clock didn't ring, and I wake up at 7 shouting, AJ's talking! And then I had to wait for my computer to boot it. It's very long. Anyway, here I am. So, no worries, AJ. I won't miss your teleseminar or webinar for no reason in the world. And then I want to thank you all the new VIP members because I'm going to meet them in these days. I'm writing to them a lot, and they are really great people. I like to connect with all the new friends we have because I realized that we were just a bunch of VIPs who communicate always between ourselves, and it's great instead to connect with new members, which maybe are really shy at the beginning. So I'm going to connect with them, and I want to thank them because they have really great stories to tell, and it's great to communicate with them. Also, Kojima and all the old friends are really nice to talk to, and I want to thank them all. But the new friends, especially because they can really enrich our group. So thank you to them. Then I have another experiment that I'm trying, and it's about the books that you fortunately suggest every lesson, at least in these last 2 lessons. You suggest a book, and as I like English very much, I don't want only to listen to your lesson. That's great, but I need more. And I've started now my Master Yourself program because you suggested this in a tweet, in your tweets on Twitter, and you said Master Yourself, so I decided to do it with English. And as now I want to bring my English to the next level. It was a bit lagging last period, so I decided to do something more than listening to your lesson, which I do for 4 hours a day, and it's already enough, but I wanted to do something else. So I read the book you suggested by Dale Carnegie, which is a great book. No worry, stop worrying and start living. And actually, this was a strange experiment because I read this book in few days, all together without stopping. Just I read everything very fast, and I could understand, I think 100%. I thought 100%, and so I was very happy. But then I thought I want to read it again to do my Master Yourself program, and actually to realize if I really understood everything. And then I started reading very slowly and doing a sort of journal about this book and writing everything I found interesting. For example, some sentences that I don't use. Just an example, I say all of my life. I always put this off, and in the book there was Dale Carnegie used a sentence like all my life. So I wrote it down, and things like that I don't use, but they are normal. and because I want to expand my active vocabulary. So I could understand the sentences, but I wrote down all the sentences that were unusual for me that I didn't use in my writing and my talking. And then I did something else. There were many vocabulary that I could understand from the context. For example, canvas, because he said I took paint and I did a portrait of myself, so I could understand what canvas was. But I did research. I just checked the meaning of this sentence. I put it in my book. I put also an image to remember it well, and then I can revise. I can review my journal and see this image every time, so that this word can be in my active vocabulary. I don't know if this is a great work. It's very demanding, because I have also reread the 20% of the book, and I found 100 words that I didn't know, and I also put down many sentences. Of course, I summarize also the great concept of these books, the meaning, the sentences that were most meaningful for me. So I made this like a personal training.
That's good.
Because I have in my exercise book all the words I don't know and all the sentences I like. So this is really personal, and I think it can be good also for my English. I don't know. It's just an experiment I want to do, and I wanted to ask you if it is great, if it can be interesting to do it. I don't know. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I'll let Kristen and Joe answer, but I think it's fantastic. It's very thorough. If everybody did that, man, we'd have a whole group of super speakers. So I think it's fantastic. Yeah, it's a great way to delve into more of the language. Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you for suggesting these books. They're really great.
Yeah, anytime you want a book suggestion, I read tons of books. So.
I know, but I like the suggestion about the books that you like, because you read many books. So if you suggest one, it means it's really great. So I trust your suggestions.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Joe has something to say too.
Hi, Julia. I just want to say I think that it's very inspirational when I hear how much time. Sorry, I'm trying to share the webcam. I don't know what happened.
I can see you.
You can see me? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I think it's inspirational when I hear how much time and effort you're putting into this, and I think that it really shows when I hear you speaking. I can hear a certain level of mastery coming about.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm not a master. I want to be, and I will be.
Well, I think you're
your student forever. I will study English forever. I will listen to you, all of you, forever. I also listen to your.
That's how you're going to improve. I think the steps that you're taking, as we say, go above and beyond what someone would normally do. And I think it's a great method what you're doing to go back to try to learn and really deeply learn some of these words that you don't know right now. Even when you know a language, I think that you can run across you can find a word that you don't know. I mean, many times I'll be reading a book and I'll see a word that I don't know, and I will look it up in the dictionary. And then after that, I tend to see that word more often. And each time I see it, then I learn it a little more, I think you're doing that right now by writing these things down in your book, and by looking at it again. And then when you see it, or when you hear it, let's say, or when you read, whether it's a word or a phrase, the next time you hear it or you see it in writing, you'll know it that much better because you'll be reminded of it. So I think it's really good what you're doing.
Yes, I really like it. And you are right, because I also realized that AJ said all my life in one of the lessons, which I had listened for 30 days. But I could hear he saying this only after doing this work on my book. Anyway, I also listened to your mini story, and congratulations for the way you pronounce pizza. It's really perfect. Yes, it's perfect for an Italian speaker.
Oh, that's great. Well,
you say the same pizza.
My mother's family is all came over from Italy in about the 1920s. They came to the United States.
Great.
So I don't speak Italian, but when I was younger, my grandparents and their siblings would always be speaking Italian, and we would have relatives come and visit from Italy, and I would play with the kids, but I wouldn't be able to speak with them. But I guess children
Anyway.
speak a universal language, the language of
Yes,
playing.
they understand
you know.
themselves. Yes, you are right. They
Um,
can communicate
You know,
with
another
them.
thing I wanted to tell you, it's really funny that you just used the word canvas when you were describing one of the words that you weren't sure about, because we were recording some lessons today, and one of the words that we used was the
Was
word
really
canvas,
Ah,
but
yeah.
it was in a different way. So,
Canvasser, actually.
yeah.
Canvasser.
So what you're going to find is in next month's lessons,
Wow.
the ACC, the Advanced Conversation Club lessons, you're going to see a use of either the word canvassing, as if it's a verb, or a
Okay.
canvasser, person who does
Wow.
canvassing. So I'm not going to tell you what it means because I'm going to let you actually hear it in
Okay,
the
that will be a
conversation.
surprise.
Yeah, so you'll get it again. And I don't want to confuse you since you're already trying to master the first word for canvas,
Okay.
which means something to paint on, or
To paint on.
yeah, or I don't know. Is that what that word canvas
Well,
means?
the fabric.
The fabric, yeah.
Fabric,
So,
Mhm.
but it's really nice to hear your voice again, Julia, and I'm really glad that you're finding a lot of fulfillment in these lessons, and that your English skills are really improving.
Thank you very much.
I just had an idea, Joe.
Yeah, AJ, go ahead.
Next year, when we...
Are you muted, AJ?
I'm not muted now.
No.
Okay.
Next year, when we do the Camino in Spain,
Right. Yeah.
maybe we, at the end of it, we could go to Barcelona and do a little VIP meeting.
Yeah.
ACC.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to be in
That would be
Spain.
great.
Yeah.
Yes, really near me.
I think AJ's already told you, some of you, that AJ and I are planning on doing the Camino de Santiago.
Yes, but it will be in spring and I will be working. Otherwise, I will be there with you because it's really near to my country, 1 hour, and I could be there.
Right.
1 hour flying, I could be there.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
we'd
will
probably
be
do it on a
working.
weekend.
Yeah, but you will be there 1 month.
We'll do something in Barcelona maybe at the
Yeah.
end. We'll
At
finish
the
the
end.
Camino.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah. And we'll do it.
But I was also thinking to do the Camino with you, but it is not in summer, so I cannot do it.
Yeah.
In spring, and I will be working.
Yeah. Well, we haven't even decided exactly when we're going to be going, but we're starting to get excited about it. I will say that. And
That's a great experience.
yeah, that's what I've heard. Every time I've read about it, it's making me a little more excited even. And I'm glad that AJ is going to do it. When I first told him that I thought that we should do it together, and it would be a bonding experience. And we're already very close, but I thought it would bring us even closer, to achieve something like that together. And he said, absolutely, I would love to do that. And we
It's
can't get
great.
Kristen to go,
Physically, emotionally, and
yeah.
all the
Yeah, spiritually too. I think that you learn a lot about yourself hiking and accomplishing a goal of that length of time, and that takes that much physical endurance and time.
That's great. You had a
Yeah.
great idea. Congratulations.
Thank you for joining us, Julia.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks,
it was
Julia.
impossible for me not to join. Thank you very much. It's really great to see you.
Say
You
hi,
all.
Kristen.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Kristen. I admire you a lot. You are a great example for me.
Oh, thank you.
You are one of my models.
Mhm.
My
Thank
models,
you.
all of you.
That's so nice of you to say.
Also, a big hug to Tomoe, Jake.
I think she may be listening. I saw her name on here somewhere.
Mhm.
Hi, Tomoe.
Not sure if she's.
Hi, Tomoe.
Oh, she was listening. I'm not sure if she's still listening. I don't know. She might not be on anymore. She was having internet problems at our hotel, so maybe off. Well, anyway, Julia, great talking to you as always.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
It's been
sharing
really
your cool new
emotional.
way of learning. It's fantastic.
It's just my experiment. I'm on the 20% of the book. It's a really great work, but I want to go on
Yeah.
just to
please.
know how many words I didn't know.
Well,
By
as
now
you do
there are
this
100.
Also, as you do this experiment, share your feelings about it on our.
Yes, I
Yeah,
wanted to share it, but I prefer to end it first, and I'm stuck in the 20%. I want to finish it all, and then I will do something. I will tell about it to all the VIP members. Just was waiting to finish it.
Sure, that sounds great.
Okay, thank you for the encouragement, and of course for all your lessons. You are all my best teachers, all of you. Thank you very much. Don't like that?
Thank you, Julia.
You are fantastic.
Bye for now.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye, Julia.
Thank you. Bye bye. Hi, Kristen.
Alrighty. Oh, we're all on video. Look at that.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
It is. we should do like a synchronized thing. Everybody go to left. No, that's
wait,
my
that's
left.
the left.
Look at this way. And then this way. We do like a little dance. All right. I'm starting to get a little sleepy, so we should do a couple more. Tell you what, I'm gonna try Georgiana again because she was. Let's see if we can get her to work. Georgiana, hello.
Hi, AJ.
Yay!
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you this time.
Super. Yeah, I had a problem. It freezed.
Oh, internet
It
problem.
freezed, and I was like, hi,
Welcome,
and
Georgiana,
then
this time.
hi. Well, thanks for this opportunity because I thought, okay, yeah. I mean, it didn't work. Well, AJ and
Wait, Kristen, go ahead. Wait, Kristen has a comment. 1 second. Sorry. Go ahead. Just say it. Just tell her.
Just unmute yourself.
I was just commenting, like, wow, your English sounds really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is
thanks.
very good.
She teaches English.
Well, actually,
Hi,
I'm an English teacher, and I've learned English since I was a kid. I've watched cartoons and a lot of movies, I guess. And I really like teaching one-on-one because I can focus on my students, and I like to use common sense, and I want to see how I can improve their learning every day. And I got really excited when I've watched one of AJ's videos very recently, and I thought, wow, oh, there's someone else who cares about people and uses a good method and cares about, if people learn or not. Because I think many places where people go to study, academies, or they want them to fail. I feel like that. I feel like they don't want them to improve. It's like more like a business, or they correct people too much. And I'm a coach. Basically, I became a coach, and I'm focusing on making people feeling better about themselves, because they think, especially my Spanish students, they say, I'm Spanish, I cannot learn English. And I was like, you cannot be serious. But they tell me, you see, my teacher always corrects me, always looks at me in a very funny way. Well, yeah, so I have to work on people's self-esteem, really.
Yeah, you have to become kind of a psychologist a little bit too.
Well, it's 90% of my job.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, definitely. When you definitely become a someone who's trying to build people's confidence when you're a teacher, and that's one of the goals. If a person's confidence is lifted, it gives them that feeling that they can do anything. So I think that this is a really good approach that you're taking.
Well, my students are quite happy.
Yeah,
And
great.
yeah, well, I'm happy too, and it fills me with energy every time I do a class. And also, you see, I read books like AJ, I suppose. And I like listening to AJ because he's also a coach, and it gives me good energy. And I, take this energy in my classes, and also my students love AJ. So it's a good connection. I'm really happy I could meet you guys. And Joy and Christian, I've just recently listened to your podcast in a VIP lesson. I like don't sweat the, what was it? Don't sweat the small things, something like that.
Yeah, you got it.
Small stuff. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I wanted to say this quote: "Worry does not take away our today's troubles. It actually takes away today's peace. As much as we worry for tomorrow, it will not help. I will just feel bad, or we will just feel horrible now. And well, we're not doing anything. With worry, it doesn't help. So
Yeah.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah, so I mean, we have to be positive, and usually when I get negative, I'm aware of it, and I watch The Secret. I'm sure you know The Secret.
Sure.
It actually came to me when I was very depressed. Well, not I've never been very depressed, but well, I've had some difficulties, and The Secret was like, yeah, you can do this, and you're positive, and you can you can make it, and I watch it like at least the 1st of January. I'm watching it, like because I want to have a nice year. And this year I've shared it with my students, and everyone is super motivated.
Great.
So
That's great.
That's a great idea to do it on the first of the year. Really set the tone
yeah,
for the whole year.
yeah, and also I'm writing some stuff I want to accomplish, and I'm like, okay, I want to do this, and I don't have a journal like AJ because it will probably be like a chore for me. And I think if you enjoy, as he said, don't do it like as a chore. Like if you enjoy it, do it. But I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm just from time to time like to write things and plan, but I'm very spontaneous. So I don't know if a journal is my thing, but it's a great suggestion, I guess.
Yeah, I think you guys don't do it,
I
right?
know. I don't
No,
journal.
I
It's
don't
it's like a chore for me as well, unless I'm truly inspired. So yeah, AJ can just write and write and write. He's had storage.
Yeah,
Well,
he
I
has
guess
one
just
notebook every month. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah,
True. Yeah.
and he keeps them all. That's what I was trying to say.
Wow.
They're in storage.
I need to get rid of some of them actually, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
very rarely do it. I mean, if I
Yeah.
really feel inspired, if I feel like I'm having a new experience, at times I would write a journal about travels if I really felt I was having a good experience. For
by the
example,
way,
maybe,
before sorry.
oh no, that's
Sorry.
okay. I was gonna say maybe
No, I
the
don't-
Camino would be a good time to start a journal when we do the Camino de Santiago.
I was just going to say, about the Camino. I think it's a great idea. I was going to suggest that, if you come to Spain, maybe you could meet in Barcelona or, sorry, my accent. It was very Spanish. Yeah, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, I think it would be a cool idea because I was going to say to AJ, yeah, AJ, we can meet somewhere on El Camino de Santiago and wait for me there,
You guys can set up and give us food at different stations.
And I was going to train, I was going to train and think, okay, because yesterday I've listened to the new lesson, and I thought, okay, now I'm starting, and I'm gonna get fit, and I'm going to join.
These two are gonna have to start training very soon.
Speak. What do you mean?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we've
we've already been discussing it actually, how we need to start walking. I mean, not yet because it's going to be about a year from now when we'll actually, do the Camino. But we have talked about starting to train, walking with backpacks on,
Yeah.
things like that.
AJ had a well, I don't remember how you call this other show. He spoke about this in one show, and he gave details about El Camino and how he wants to prepare. Yeah, I watched
How
this,
recently did you
video.
do that, AJ? Was that just
recently? Very
Okay,
recently.
cool.
Yeah, like the last couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a month and a half, I think, right, AJ? Did you say
Yeah.
about a month and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Month and a half ago, I called him. I said, AJ, we have to do the Camino. We have to do
Yeah,
it.
because-
I want to do
because
it,
you
and I
read
want
the
you to
book.
do it with me.
He
So-
mentioned that you read a book and that you got super excited. You got inspired.
It was a movie.
The movie.
Yeah, it was a movie that I watched, but then also there was this time when Chris and I were volunteering at an elephant nature sanctuary in Thailand, and I met a person from Australia who told me that he was going to actually do this hike, and I had never heard of it at that time. And when he told me about it, it made me interested to learn a little more. And then after I saw the movie, I really became interested in doing it. But it's been a while since I saw the movie. It was, Kristen, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
we saw the
that's what I was
movie?
thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, we saw the movie about 2 years ago, but there was something recently that really made me think to myself that I really wanted to do it. And then, also I just thought it would be AJ and I are already very close, but I thought it would be just a great opportunity for him and
Yeah,
I
I
to
think
have
it's great.
something else to really, bond us even more, you know, and increase that,
Yeah,
strengthen
yeah.
that brotherhood even more. Especially
Yeah,
after Kristen
I
said
think
she
it's
didn't want to
amazing.
do it, it
Oh,
seemed
why
even
not?
more perfect for us to do
That's too late.
Why not, Christine? You
Too
look.
late.
it. I think she
Yeah,
thinks that we're
like the
going to
Three
walk a little too
Musketeers.
fast.
Oh,
AJ was telling me recently that there's this woman he met from Spain was talking about a business where people will actually transport your bags from
oh.
from each place, like where you start and then where you're gonna end up staying that night. That would be more my style.
Kristen was actually asking if they would carry her from one destination
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
the next actually, on the computer. She thought that would actually be a good way to do
Taxi.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay then. So anyway, I really wanted to thank you because I don't know. Sometimes I get very sad because my students always complain about the system in school in general. It's a mess. So I really needed the support because when I watched AJ's videos, I thought this man is a good man and he's trying to help, and I feel the same. We need to help because otherwise people are discouraged, and like in 1 week their listening ability improves, and they cannot believe it. But I'm like it's normal. I mean, if you're not listening, how can you accomplish anything reading if you don't listen? I mean, you need to train this ability. You need to listen, and well, if you listen, you understand when someone speaks to you. But yeah, it's some obvious things that they don't really understand, and because I mean, they convince them that grammar is the way, and then people, well, they believe it. I mean, I don't blame them, you know. And also they convince them that they are the problem, which really makes me angry. You are not the problem, but they convince them that they are the problem, and like people really take it personally, like, oh, but I'm not very good with languages. When I hear this, I'm like, and they tell me you are talented, and I think no, actually I've done a lot of listening. I've probably listened all my life. I started with songs. I was a fan. I was a Roxette fan, when I was a kid, and I loved Roxette, yeah. And now I'm listening to the songs, and I realized because I memorized the songs, and now I realized, well, I didn't really know what I was saying, but super. But I've done a lot of listening, and people cannot compare, cannot compare themselves. I mean, if you've been doing listening for 1 month, you cannot really be serious. You cannot compare yourself with someone who has been listening and listening. And I haven't spoken English until very recently, until 2008. All my life I've been watching movies and listening and listening and listening. The same happened with German. The same happened with other languages. Well, Spanish. I mean, I learned Spanish when I was watching soap operas. And when I had to speak it, well, it wasn't that difficult. So listening is really the base. You have to
What's your native language?
Well, I'm Romanian, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I figured you were Spanish.
AJ knows.
So
no, AJ knows.
Okay.
Yeah, I've sent AJ a video, a very long video, because I was like, yeah, I love AJ, so he has to know.
Your English accent at times sounds British almost.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I've been recently criticized because well, anyway, it doesn't matter. But the thing is that if I listen to British content, I speak British,
Yeah.
But if I listen to AJ, for example, I get to speak American. It's absolutely normal. And if I listen to my students, I will speak Spanglish. Yeah.
I thought you actually sounded more like a person whose native language maybe was German. You sounded like
German.
you spoke almost English like a German
really?
person does. That's what I thought.
Do I have a German accent? Wow. Okay.
German English.
German English. Well, maybe. I mean, I can speak some German. I mean, I lived in Berlin for almost a year and a half, but I don't think so. Eh? I don't think so. Okay,
well, we'll say that you sound like you're Romanian speaking English.
Really?
How about that?
Well, I hope not. I mean,
now that we know.
I mean,
no, actually, I really needed this feedback because like I know I don't have a defined accent. When I speak, people like, whoa, what is this? Like, why like people don't get it. Where are you from? So actually, I wanted this feedback.
Well, the point. I think the main point is that you have a very, very clear accent. I mean, as soon as you start speaking, I looked over and Kristen was like, "Oh, wow." You know, so
Yeah, I know people, and this is the
very
point.
good.
That's why I'm telling my students, we need to make ourselves understood by other people, and that's all. We don't need to have really an accent. Yeah, we need to communicate verbally. That's all.
Yeah.
People focus too much on accents, and like I've used the British flag on one of my videos, and someone is criticizing me because he says I pretend to be British. Well, I don't pretend anything. You know, I like. I think, you know, the British flag is the symbol of the language, and you know, I'm also a web designer, and I like, you know, nice stuff, and I like to, you know, well, I don't know, combine my design with language and technology, and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it is the symbol of the language, but you can use an American flag if you want. We give you
Well, but
permission.
yeah, I know.
Not Canadian.
Okay. Yeah, well, I should put international speaker, you know, international British, American, Australian, German speaker, you know, wherever.
Citizens
Okay,
of the world.
See, well, we are, and you know, that's why English is spoken everywhere. You know, nowadays everyone speaks English, and thank God we have a language. You know, finally people found a language, and we don't have to speak 100 languages. You know, with English, I hope it will be enough for now. Because we're many, and it was impressive. I listened to people from Iraq, people from, I don't know, different countries, and they speak very well English. I mean, it's amazing. I want to congratulate everyone because it's also the VIP is amazing, and I started posting on the forum, and everyone is answering with very deep answers, and I enjoy it a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being such a enthusiastic member. It's been great. Thank you so much.
Well, I mean, I love you guys, okay? I really love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So, well, I hope you have fun with your snowboarding, and
I will.
I will be on the beach, you know, walking on the beach.
That's nice too.
Talk about complete opposites. Snow and beach.
Yeah, no, it's a nice weather here. I mean, I live in well, not in. I mean, do you know Valencia? Maybe.
Oh yeah. I just
Yeah.
met
So
someone
it's
from
not.
Valencia.
Yeah, more or less. This area. So it's quite nice.
Great.
Okay, then.
Great.
So I don't want to take any more of your time. I really thank you for this opportunity, and well, I love you very, very much. And
I
keep doing
love you too.
stuff because it's amazing.
Thank you so
And
much.
yeah, hopefully we
Well,
will
enjoy
help
your
you as well,
day.
because it's, you too. Thanks. Bye bye.
We'll see you
Nice
in
talking
Spain.
to you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. Unfortunately, I think we have to end it there. It's 11:30, and I have to go back to my hotel, which is on the other side of town, downtown, and get to bed so I can go snowboarding. It's a hard life. I'm sorry. I've been working hard. I need a vacation. So it's been wonderful talking to you all. We'll certainly do another one of these, another teleseminar in 3 or 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks. And so if you did not get to talk this time, then you have a chance next time also. Next time, probably a longer webinar. If I have time, I don't mind doing it several hours. It's okay. So maybe next time I will do a long one. We'll make sure everybody gets to speak.
We'll have better command of the software that's being used also.
Yeah, we'll know how to use this.
We'll know how to use it better.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe a better time zone for people in Europe and South America.
Yeah, it can be difficult to find a time that meets everyone's best interests, you know, with students from North America, Europe, Asia, South America, so...
Central, yeah. We'll do our best. We'll try a different time next time, and we'll vary. So thank you so much. We love you too.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and thank you for especially everyone who woke up early. You know, we really appreciate that, and we're really happy that you guys were able to make it. We love you all.
Okay, guys. So bye for now, and we'll
Bye-bye.
see you next time. I'll see you guys next week for the Effortless English show that I do, and we'll do another webinar in a month. Okay, bye for now.
Okay, enjoy your day or your night. Bye-bye.
Have a good day or good night.
All right. Bye.